The most important story of 2026 is not the bomb falling on Iran. It is not the drone. It is not the ultimatum. The most important story is a number on a screen that most people are ignoring: oil. And that number is quietly dismantling the entire architecture of the modern world. Oil is not a commodity. Oil is the operating system of civilization. The food on your plate grew with petroleum based fertilizers. The medicine in your cabinet comes from petroleum compound. The truck that delivered your groceries, the ship that carried your clothes, the plane that flies you across an ocean, all of it runs on one thing: cheap, abundant oil. When that oil becomes expensive or inaccessible, civilization does not slow down, it fractures. To understand why this moment is so dangerous, you need to understand 1973. Egypt and Syria attacked Israel. America supported Israel. The Arab oil producing nations responded with an embargo. They stopped selling oil to America and its allies. Oil went from $3 to $12 per barrel, a 400% increase. America experienced gas lines factory shutdown, double-digit inflation, and a stock market crash that wiped out over 40% of its value, the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. And that was a temporary, partial, yes, that was a temporary, partial, politically motivated reduction in supply. The solution came from Henry Kissinger. In 1974, he negotiated a deal with Saudi Arabia. All oil would be priced exclusively in US dollars. In exchange, America would protect the Saudi Arabia kingdom militarily. The other Gulf states followed. The petrodollar system was born because every nation needed oil, every nation needed dollars. America could print money, run deficit, and accumulate $39 trillion in debt because the world had no choice but to absorb those dollars. And Gulf oil revenues were recycled back into American treasury bond, stock markets, and real estate, permanently funding American power. That system lasted 50 years. It is breaking right now. On February 28, 2026, the US and Israel struck Iran within hours. Iran restricted the Strait of Hormuz, a 33-kilometer channel carrying 20% of the world's oil, 20 million barrels per day, through one choke point that Iran now controls. In 1973, Arab producers chose to reduce export, a political decision they reversed after 6 months. In 2026, Iran is closing the Strait of Hormuz as a survival mechanism. Iran has been told America wants regime change. Iran has watched Iraq, Libya, and Afghanistan surrender their leverage and cease to exist as independent nations. The state is Iran's only real. As long as this war continues, Iran will keep using it. This crisis does not end with a phone call. It ends when the war ends. And the war has no end in sight. Oil has already moved from $70 to above $114. Analysts warn that sustained closure could push prices to $150 or beyond, but the price is only the surface. The structural damage runs deeper. The Gulf states import 80 to 9% of their food through the strait. Their desalination plants, providing up to 60% of fresh water, are coastal targets, vulnerable to 50,000 US dollar Iranian drones. Cities of 10 million people could face water shortages within 2 weeks. If the Gulf of Strait cannot export oil, they do not earn petrodollars. If they do not earn petrodollars, they can not recycle revenue into American market, treasury bond, lose buyers, interest rates spike. The entire financial architecture that Kissinger built collapses from within.